Alrighty gamers, what's going? My name is Minimi and welcome back to another lore series on the Spider-Man PS4. And we haven't made one of these in quite some time. It's been a very long time since I've recorded one of these. And I decided I needed to get back to it anyway. I have all of the DLC videos edited and ready to go. The new DLC, Silver Lining, should be out by the time the last DLC for Turf Wars comes on the channel. So I'm still working on all of that. Once that Silver Lining DLC is done, I will be continuing my walkthrough video series and my what is the lore series. Actually, I'll be doing some more lore stuff about it. So since all of that is done, I wanted to tell you guys that I muted the character speech because I realized that the people that won't come on the police scanner if I do that. So I went ahead and did that to start off with. So today we're going to be talking about the lore about the big time stealth suit Spider-Man. This is something Spider-Man made. By the way, it comes with this little suit power. If you put this down when you're in a stealth thing, he can't see you. But this comes with the blur projection screen. And this suit was made at, I think it was the ESU, when Spider-Man was going against someone. I don't know. It's in my notes. I have a notepad full of notes for this suit because I don't really know too much about this. So it was originally made in Amazing Spider-Man 650 by Dan Slott. Now Dan Slott actually worked on this game, so it would be kind of a no-brainer that he would put something of this suit in there, because why not? He made it. He made a lot of Spider-Man stuff. So sorry about that. Why not put it in there? And he made this suit. He also made the other Ends of Earth suit, the Sinister Six suit, takedown suit is what they call it. He made that suit, so of course it's going to be in the game. This suit uses sonic decision to make suit practically invisible when the green light is on. So this suit actually can change colors between red and green. The red is when it's like protecting himself against like sonic stuff, I'm pretty sure, and the green or sonic design, my bad, to make the suit invisible. And the green pretty much is just the standard basic one. I wish you could change the color, like on the screen when you switch suits. It had sorry, my dog's in the background. It had a little thing where you could change it from either green or red, depending on which one you want. So I don't know, that's just me personally, because I know I'm probably not the only person that would rather have the red suit or the red version than the green one. But this suit was actually built after One More Day storyline, which is pretty much Aunt May is close to dying, or is quote-unquote dying, and the devil offers Spider-Man a chance to save her, or to save her for Peter Parker's and Mary Jane's marriage. Which, honestly, if my aunt that was super old, that was gonna eventually die here soon anyway, was on her deathbed and it was asking for my great relationship and marriage and child and everything to save her, I probably wouldn't do that. Like, she was eventually going to die anyway, and I wouldn't do that, but I would go and tell her like everything, like the chance and stuff, so like, you know, she's not dying because of Spider-Man or because of Peter using that. So, you know, that's just me personally. This dog's talking to me. He built this to defeat a hobgoblin who uses a crazy persona who uses a crazy laugh pretty much and projects sound waves. I don't understand why there's no crimes. But he pretty much uses this suit to defeat, sorry about that, to use this suit and defeats the Hobgoblin. Because in his regular standard suit, you know, it's not very protection-y, I guess you would call it, from, you know, sound waves, so it would really affect him. That's why he made this suit, because his laugh projected those sound waves, and it would obviously damage, you know, him and his suit and all other types of things. So, when the sonic attacks hit the suit, it's what turns red to show it's defending against the sonics. And he also can't hear people, like, so when he's in the red standard or mode, he cannot hear people at all. That hurt. He can't hear out of the suit. When he's in the green, you know, obviously he can. He actually took down this Hobgoblin with Black Cat, and it was very hard to hear, because of this crazy laugh and when it was defending against the Sonics. Demoted. Oh yeah, that's the one with pistols and stuff. Ah! That's that. Okay, yeah, I don't want that. I'll take that though. And I'll take yours. I'm in the middle of getting all my benchmarks completed. I've gotten a lot of them. So, I'll take that. Disarm 250 enemies and all that. So, I'm getting close. All of the ones that are on 3 and 2 are almost done, and the ones that are on 3 are the last ones. So, I will eventually get this completed. This one will take a while. But, when you work with Black Cat, she had to wear a special goggles to be able to see Spider-Man when he's in the stealth mode, because, you know, clearly he is invisible to the naked eye, and he cannot, you know, hear her, and she cannot see him, so she had to wear special certain goggles to take down the Hobgoblin with Spidey in this certain specific suit. Which I think is actually kind of cool, that Spidey and Black Cat team up a lot in the comics. I don't know if they do anymore, because I haven't really seen or read any of the standard comics. I've just been reading the Spider-Geddon, and I get everything else from Comic Storian. If you guys don't know about him, he's a really cool YouTuber. He does a lot of comic book rundowns, complete stories, and all that. Really worth the watch. So the suit was given to a clone, Kane, during the Spider Island event and was locked in the red position. Later, Madam Web turned it into Kane's regular suit. So really, once I get into the DLC suits, my dog is whining. Once I get into the DLC suits, I will talk more about that, because I do have like 2 notes. Other than that, the rest of it I already know, because I know a lot about Kane. So yeah, once I get into that suit, I will talk more about this. But yes, this suit is no longer Spider-Man's in the comic books. It's actually Kane's suit, which is pretty much, he's a clone of Peter Parker, and the suit was locked in the red position by Madam Web, which is pretty much like the all-seeing, I guess you would say the all-seeing eye, or the predictor of all things Spider-Man. She was in Shattered Dimensions. I don't know if Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions is on the PS4, but if it is, I will look, and I will see. Wow, my dog is snoring. I will see if I could possibly get it, so yeah, I can do a little series on that, because I love that game to death. It was one of my first ever Spider-Man games, and then the sequel, Edge of Time, that one was amazing. I love that one. So, oh, car chase. Takes off with her. Alright, I got that one. The suit actually doesn't have a real name in the comics. Spider-Man never gave it a associated name. It was always just that suit. He only used it very rarely. He never really used it all the time. Only when occasions called for it. Doesn't feel like there's gonna be other people. So since he used it very rarely, he never really gave it a like actual name. Which I think is actually kind of cool that he doesn't actually name all of the suits. He just uses them for when time's necessary. I love that takedown. So since it really doesn't have any real names, that is another reason, why he gave it to Kane, because he never had much use for it. Plus, he has other suits that does what this suit can do now. So I'll take that. Okay, he's done. No more? Alright. This suit is also fireproof. It doesn't take damage to fire, which I did see a few panels from the comic book that this was originally created in. The suit was in a burning building, and Black Cat left him there because Black Cat couldn't, you know, stay in the fire, and Spider-Man and Hobgoblin duked it out in the fire-filled building, and, you know, obviously Spider-Man won because one, Hobgoblin really didn't know that the suit was not fireproof, or was fireproof, so that was his whole plan. So yeah, kind of cool little backstory that it's fireproof. Doesn't really have many disadvantages when it comes to fights. It has a built-in healing function and can use his mind to heal the suit wearer. So the suit can heal the person who is wearing it, but which really doesn't have much of an effect on Spidey, because Spider-Man, if you guys don't know, has his own healing factor, which, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get you done for it, and then I'll take everybody else's weapon. And get you out of here. So yeah, it can heal the suit wearer, and it can heal the suit itself. Which I think is actually kind of cool. There's only a very few suits that aren't symbiotic that can actually do that in Spider-Man lore. So I think it's kind of neat that he implemented that into the suit, and he made the suit himself. Like, yeah, Spider-Man's a genius and all, but it would take someone like the mind of Tony Stark to make a suit that can physically heal itself from scratches and tears and stuff. This suit has a lot of powers and abilities too, but I've already kind of went over those. Sorry, I just woke up. But, you know, it's kind of cool to see what all Spidey can do with this suit and all of his other suits. It's just, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this suit. There's a lot of other suits that we can see in this game that could have been replaced by this. But, I mean, I guess I do like the detail that they put in this, because in the Amazing Spider-Man games, which is where I remembered this game, this suit the most, it never really had this much detail. It was literally just like a full black character with, what is it called, with the green lights. That game never had the option to change it from red to green, and they didn't even have the color pattern right. They didn't have the... Sorry about that little cut off right there. My dad called me. Something came up in the family, so he needed to talk. So, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and leave this lore video here. I pretty much talked about all of the premises that's needed to be talked about this certain costume. So, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment, and hit the subscribe button. Really. Okay, or like, comment, hit the subscribe button, because it does help me out a lot. And remember, my name is Minimean. I'm the best at what I'm doing. That is giving you that 1-2 punch.